Today we are headed to the islands. Soft black sands, spectacular waterfalls, sparkling beaches. We'll be in Kona, Hawaii, where real estate runs in the family. Let's go. For centuries, we have migrated from one place to another, driven by seasonal changes, climate change, or economic forces. Today, we are seeing human migration driven by innovation and technology. This new breed of nomads are seeking lifestyle and peace of mind. I'm your host, Julie Foppel, global founder of Realm, and I've spent my entire career in the luxury space. Together, we're going to examine the great lifestyle migration and the stewards of real estate that help facilitate a safe haven for these new residents. We are in the most dynamic housing market of all time. This is Location Luxe. So today I am in Jackson Hole, Wyoming with snow-capped mountains, and I am being joined by Eileen Lacerte, who is in beautiful, sandy, sunny Kona, Hawaii. Hi, Eileen, it's so good to be with you today.
Thank you, Julie, and I'm glad I'm in the warm place.
That seems to be the consensus.
Yeah.
So, Eileen, you have been selling real estate on the Big Island for, over 40 years. Give me a little bit of your history. How did you come to the business?
I grew up as an Air Force brat, so I moved all over the world and this country. My father was a sergeant in the Air Force with 5 children. And everywhere we moved, we would move into a fixer-upper, and I mean they were fixer-uppers. And we'd spend the next couple of years living in a construction zone, and then by the time we got our orders to move again to the next place, he would put the house on the market and it would sell immediately. He would take the profit and roll it in to the next house in the next place we lived. As I matured, I thought, go to college, make money. Go to college, make money. So I decided to just get in the real estate business very young, and I did.
So funny. So real estate truly does run in the family. Tell me a little bit about kind of the business that you've built for yourself. You know, I know that you've done a ton with new developments.
Yeah, I think I've done 5 brand new developments along the Kohala coast here, and by the way, Kohala means whale. I'm actually located right now at the iconic Mauna Kea resort, and I'm lucky enough to live in here as well as sell here, but I do sell along this whole Kohala coast at the different resorts. Having been involved with at least 5 brand new projects from the ground up, that kind of gives me a unique perspective on things. Like a lot of my clients are clients before they even have a home. Sometimes I can't park my car in my garage because it's so full of shipments of furniture and bedding and things for people that are waiting for their homes to be finished and constructed.
That seems to be like such a common thread, especially amongst kind of top brokers, is the fact that we kind of turn into this full service operation. You know, you're more than just kind of a transaction.
Some of my clients call me the mayor around the resort, and it's true. I have keys to everybody's house. Last week, one of my clients was coming to his place, and he hadn't been here in almost 2 years because of pandemic. And this time he was coming with his grandchildren. So I had shipped to my house 2 high chairs, 2 cribs, and a lot of bedding and car seats. And as it all came in, of course, I went and placed it in their home for their arrival.
That takes concierge service to a whole nother level. You know, one of the things that I've been most impressed about you too, Eileen, is the fact that, you know, during COVID, you were taking video for your clients. Tell me about that.
Yeah, when we were shut down, first of all, I felt guilty because I was in the best place in the world. If you're going to be shut down at the Mauna Kea resort when there are no tourists here, period. That beach behind me was solitude. No umbrellas, no chairs, nobody, no one. It was like a ghost town in the shopping center where my office is. The only 2 businesses open were me and the grocery store. usually about twice a week, I send video emails to homeowners along the coast. I kept them in touch of what was going on the island with the videos, and just based on the open rate, I can tell and the comments, of course, that they were pleased with having the information and still be in touch.
It's no wonder. The stat that I read the other day, you have 90% of your clients that are referrals or repeat clients. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true. That's just years of,
I mean, that's amazing, Eileen. That's amazing. People strive for even, a fraction of that kind of record. Mm-hmm. What keeps them coming back? What is your secret?
I don't know if it's a secret. People say I'm a workaholic, but I'm not. I'm a playaholic. People always say to me, aren't you retired yet? I'm like, from what? I play all day.
Tell me a little bit more about the demographic of the buyers that are coming in too. I mean, I would imagine that kind of the resort areas of Kona and where you're practicing, it would have been a lot of retirees. Has that changed?
That totally changed. Little gated communities within the resort never saw a child on a skateboard or a bike or anything like that. But one subdivision in here, gated community in particular, literally people knocked on doors in that neighborhood and offered prices that we have never seen. Even me, being in this resort for 30 years, we just never saw children unless they were the grandchildren. Now they live here and go to school here.
That's amazing. Well, so then are you seeing more kind of generational family homes too?
Absolutely. I sold one home. I ran the advertising like, here's your home schoolroom. This is a multi-generational home. And it immediately got hit and people bought it sight unseen. And that's another thing. We've been doing sight unseen for ever here on the Big Island because we're the most isolated population in the world.
So Eileen, now that the market has kind of come surging back, what do you expect for your market?
Our market's going to be tight as it is now. Like I said, there's only 2 listings in this whole resort. Unless I get a hammer and nails, I'm not sure where we're going.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting time because it is, we're searching for more inventory, and you've got the baby boomers that were kind of more in the mindset of downsizing are now staying in their homes longer, and now the millennials who were more transient and a little bit more nomadic are looking to put down roots.
I have a waiting list for 4 and 5 bedroom homes. Before, they were satisfied in the homes that they had, their 3-bedroom, for example. Everybody's more mobile and working from home. Now my baby boomers want bigger homes to support the grandchildren.
I mean, you look at it like, again, we talked about the multi-generational households and what that looks like. The flight to peace of mind. If something comes up again, they want to be close to each other.
Exactly. And, when you think about it, yes, we are the most isolated population in the world. But at the same time, people feel extremely safe here.
Awesome. Well, Eileen, one of the things that I love about your nickname as the mayor is that people have been walking by, as we've been getting set up for today's interview, people have been walking by and waving to you and stopping and pointing. And I think that that's so amazing that you're such a community builder. If I had one of your clients in front of me right now, what would they say about the process of working with you?
The stories that come to my mind are more technical. They're more about maneuvering in a high-end market like this. There's trusts and estate planning and taxes and all that wrapped up, and you have to know those things in order to deal in this clientele. And my best stories are reverse 1031 tax exchanges. I think I could write a book on those. And
Wow.
So several of my clients would tell you some stories that they're still shaking their head about. Did you hear that little kid just yell aloha to me?
No, did he? When you're popular, you're popular. You're doing something that works, Eileen. I mean, do not mess with the formula at all.
Right, right.
But no, I think it's all about having that, it's a balance. I mean, I love the fact that you kind of operate with this incredible humility and sense of humor, but then you've also got the technical skills that really back it up.
I sent out a video about a listing I had in here, and that homeowner sent that video to one of their friends. It was a 7-second video, and within 24 hours, my now client bought that house. So 7-second video, $15 million house, and that was a story they love to tell. And then
that's amazing.
And then the woman that bought the home told me that she looked at my 3D Matterport video 10 times and knew every inch of that house before she actually called me the next morning and wrote the offer. So that was fun.
To say, what's next? I mean, are you going to start, pick up a hammer and a tool belt and start building houses to accommodate some of that demand?
Almost. You're very close. In fact, my office as a whole is putting together a affordable housing subdivision. Our median price in Kona, let alone out here at the resorts, is $1 million. The employees just can't afford to buy a home here where they work. And so that's the task force I'm on with the mayor right now. We're actually putting all the parts together, the builder, the funding, the down payment assistance. And so that's what we're doing. And we're hoping to sponsor and coordinate our first affordable housing subdivision.
That is so cool and such a fabulous solution to to a real problem and a real plague for your community. And I love the fact that you are so much about the solution. It speaks a lot to kind of how you grew up in real estate, and now you're actually solving problems for others and making homes more attainable for others. Eileen, I think you're incredible, and I have so enjoyed having you on this show today.
Thank you. I obviously love what I do. I wake up every morning with my youthful mind trapped in my mother's body, and I keep going.
Well, you are amazing and such a force to be reckoned with, Eileen. Thank you so much for joining us on Location Luxe today, and we will look forward to coming to visit in person. I'll leave these snowy mountains behind, and I'll come and enjoy some of the sand with you.
Okay.
Aloha, Eileen.
Aloha.